Today, we talk online business development and measuring your results. Gabe Weinberg, in the book Traction, talks a lot about business development and also sales, two different chapters in this book. And so some might think, well, what is the difference between the two? He does a great job of explaining that. With sales, you're selling directly to a customer. With business development, you're partnering to reach customers in a way that benefits both parties. Now, I thought that was really smart, and we wrote an article about this. We have a podcast about this. We'll link those up. But we also talked about how exactly you measure the results or the metrics from a partnership to determine, was that a success? So today we're going to dive into Data Studio. It's sort of Traction meets 2019 as we talk about Data Studio, measuring referral sources, and just taking a look at the platform to answer that question, hey, did this partnership truly benefit both parties? At least we can answer the question, did that partnership benefit our business and our core metrics? So here is a campaign view in Google Data Studio. Now I'm making some assumptions that UTM codes were used to basically measure what traffic came from what campaign. A good example is campaign equals email automation 1, campaign equals email automation 2. And then when you go and break down your Google Analytics and traffic, you can measure email 1 drove 1,000 visitors and they convert on our website at 5%. Email 2 drove 200 visitors and they convert at 300% or 75%, maybe 300% better than email 1. So in this example, I'm making the assumption, again, that the marketing team or whoever is responsible for this partnership, working with the influencer, has made sure that any link sent to the influencer is somehow tagged. So campaign, let's just pretend that AW is the influencer and YouTube is the source. So AW on YouTube, this influencer has sent 1,300 page views. I'm going to change this metric to see, how about, let's do users. Let's do new users. That seems like a more interesting statistic for me. So YouTube drove 544 new users. I'm going to add a metric here. And let's figure out revenue. So let's see how much revenue that influencer sent to our site. YouTube, so $43. And the timeline on this, if I go to view, I can see what that looks like without in edit mode. I need to add a date range. So I'm just going to add that in the top right to be uniform with other Data Studio reports. And I'm going to view just the last month. Let's do 1st to the 30th or the 26th here. Whoops, 1st to the 26th. And during that time from YouTube, it was $26. So September up to now, I can credit that influencer with $26 in revenue. Now, is that good? That kind of depends. It depends on what the agreement is with the influencer. It depends on how much you paid, of course, to the influencer to post. Okay, a couple other things that I might want to add here. I could do something like time on site, average time on screen. Let's just do that. This is one of the things with Data Studio average, that sometimes the metrics you kind of have to interpret. Average session duration, that's probably more likely what I'm looking for. It definitely takes some testing. So I can see that 41 seconds, any referral source from YouTube, whereas it seems like some of these other channels, as I zoom in, the referral source is from, let's say, Data Share Promo, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So not as much revenue, but they're spending longer on the site. Perhaps that means they're more qualified or more interested in what in what I'm saying, or maybe I need to look at that data share promo message and figure out, well, what does that say that the YouTube influencer is not saying? So again, a really quick way, and you can do some really cool things with Data Studio. You can, I could add some of my favorite things here, like filter control And this gives you the ability to add based on things like, let's do like gender. So now I could see, when males visit the site from my influencer, how do they behave? When females access the site from my influencer, how do they behave? So again, you can really break this down. But Data Studio, just a really quick look at setting up a nice real time, and that's an important footnote here, is this updates in real time. So you can check it daily and it would be different data. It would update in real time. You can backtrack it, you can compare. So if I want to compare my data, I'll just show you here. I can simply compare date range. Let's do just to the previous period. So if I sort by a week, it'll show me the previous week. If I sort by a month, it'll show me the previous month. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. We're going to try to do a few more sort of help tutorials in some of the platforms that we work with on a daily basis. So make sure to follow along, subscribe to us on YouTube, check out our podcast. Again, we'll link to that, and let us know if you have any questions. This is Kyle with Cutting Through the Noise and Pintler Group, signing off.